York's medieval roads are loved by sightseers, but not always by traffic. Congestion in the city has led to the new campaign being launched in the Fight For Bustice.
So the campaign is essentially aimed at the full transportation system in York, because at the moment you have a system where the city is overly congested, overly polluted, buses and public services are running late because of the amount of congestion, and essentially people can't get where they want to be when they want to be there, which is the whole campaign promise from several transport providers.
But what does the Councillor for Transport make of the new campaign?
I accept that there are problems. I actually had a meeting with Steph and with her ward councillor a few weeks ago to discuss what the problems are. And you won't be surprised to learn that it's the same problems that we've had here for years. Now, I'm not making excuses. There are problems with the bus service. There are problems with traffic congestion, and that's what's causing the buses to run late.
The campaign was launched 3 weeks ago and already has over 1,000 signatures.
It started off with an open letter that we sent around a load of different stakeholders in the City of York. So we sent it around medical practices, councillors, residents groups, student leaders and unions across the city.
But I'm not sure that a public inquiry is the right way to go. First question is, who's going to pay for it? And are we going to get any answers other than what we already know? The council hasn't got the money to run all the services, although we do, but we put £700,000 a year into bus services.
With that being said, where would the extra funding come from?
But actually, if we can funnel more and more people into the service, that should generate more income for the bus companies anyway. And obviously they may need more funding, and that may involve a small increase. But I wouldn't be asking people to double the prices, because I don't think that's fair on the people who need to use it. We need to be providing an affordable service.
Bustice not only wants to tackle the bus system, but also the deeper issue of congestion as well.
Essentially, the change that I see as necessary is getting fewer cars and fewer vehicles on the roads through the city. We are the most beautiful, historic city. It is an absolutely gorgeous place to live, and everyone who lives it loves the city. The problem is the city can't cope with the amount of transport going over it. We see it within the massive needs for infrastructure changes and developments we're having to do, improving bridges, improving roads as we go across the city.
But the council doesn't share the campaign's enthusiasm.
There are huge restrictions on the amount of traffic that can get through the city at once. We're not going to knock half the city centre down just to do it.
We could be revolutionary. We could lead the change in transportation and city management for across the country, because this isn't just a York problem, this is a problem for cities across the country. And actually we should be setting an example to those cities as one that is historic and somewhere that we should take pride in. We should be setting the example of how to manage and improve our city.
The petition has gathered over 1,000 signatures so far and will be presented to the council at the end of March. Kit Taylor, That's TV.